Charlton, president of Digester Dock. When we started out with Digester Dock, it was after several attempts and failures of doing other things in the anaerobic digestion world, working on the back end of digesters, trying our hands at development. In the end, what we realized was that there was a lacking of science and education, and really somebody who could go into the marketplace and integrate the sciences into technology and help people understand what was there instead of treating everything exactly the same. Now, historically, the industry was looking at every manure dairy farm treated exactly the same, every food waste project being exactly the same, but they couldn't be further from the truth. So what led me to being in this field was my love of trying to create a world where we can have clean energy and still have clean soils, clean water, and clean air at the same time. Not every renewable project, not every renewable energy's resource can bring a full concept of clean fuel, clean soil, clean water, clean air with it. And that's anaerobic digestion is the only thing that can do that. The integration department is about solving front-end loading design and engineering of projects, FEL1 and FEL2. Companies were taking years to do these, and they were sometimes literally throwing a dart at a dartboard to come up with numbers, and it wasn't reliable. And understanding that we needed to step in and be able to help companies achieve those numbers and those data, help them get through FEL1, FEL2, sometimes a year to 2 years faster than they would by themselves because they don't know what they don't know. But then to also be able to surround that with accuracy of science and to be able to give them reliable data that can make an investor comfortable to put their money into that project. I don't know how many projects today are failing because of lack of science that was applied to prove the numbers behind the investment. None of ours. Every one of our projects have succeeded and continue to succeed because the science backs up the numbers. And that's an important piece. So the science and the integration go hand in hand towards a project's success. And that's what we are about. So anaerobic digestion is growing by leaps and bounds. Every year we're almost doubling in size, and this will continue for a few more years before it starts to stabilize. For Digester Dock, this is an opportunity to continue to service this industry and to serve, we have had an 8 to 10 year head start on the sciences compared to most people. We've dug in deep in a realm that is not necessarily as attractive and not as lucrative as project development or some of the equipment sales. But in the long term, we find that this is going to be our sweet spot. And the more of these operations we can find and help be successful, then the more clients we will have long term to help them continue in that pathway to success. The anaerobic digestion industry, we see it growing, we see it expanding. We see it today like the ethanol industry was 12 to 15 years ago in its infancy. But in 10 to 15 years from now, science will reign supreme. And it will be what makes anaerobic digestion produce twice as much energy as it does today, just like it has for the ethanol industry. And as Digester Dock, we're the cornerstone of that education. We're the cornerstone of that science. We are the ones who are driving that research, driving that discovery, and we will continue to do so. The focus of our company, again, is to bring success in the industry, to help the industry grow and expand. But we do it being very, very mindful of our integrity, of being reliable, and of being able to deliver answers. And sometimes that's a hard thing to do. Sometimes it's an easy thing to do.